I love your question. You're asking how much would it cost to open up a coffee shop. My name's Brando Linick. I can definitely help you out with this. In fact, having helped really close friends of mine, business associates of mine start their own coffee shop. The price range, because this is a fairly quick answer to share with you, it can cost you anywhere from $25,000 up to and over $250,000, and this is going to depend on a bunch of different key factors. That's why I'm just sharing with you a broad example from my personal experience having helped friends of mine. Because you're depending on size, location, alright, and those two key factors are really what's going to determine the amount of money it's going to cost for a coffee shop. And then you got to take into account equipment, supplies, employees, the operating costs for all those things to function on a monthly basis, and that's what's going to spit out your outcome and the amount of money that you need. Now, because this is such a short answered video, I figured I'd also just elaborate on some things and share with you some concepts and principles that I've taken personally over the last 3 years when it comes to building a business in general. If you're looking at starting a coffee shop because you want to be your own boss, if you're looking at it because you just want to build a business, if that's really what you're looking for, and it doesn't matter if it's like a coffee shop, if you just want to build a business, but do so in a way where it's leveraged, where it's lucrative, the best thing you can learn how to do, learn how to create a leveraged business model where your income, alright, your profit margins are higher than your overhead. Your overhead's lower. And my experience with this, if you hear me out here for a minute, goes back over the last year when I transitioned from a traditional brick and mortar business and I switched over to, I guess you could say, an internet business. I came across a person who is building a very lucrative business on the internet without dealing with that overhead, which would cost you, like I said, just like with a coffee shop business, tens and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And because they didn't have to fork that out, they weren't dealing with a storefront or supplies, equipment, any of that stuff, or creating their own products and services, just building a business on their computer, their laptop. I started to model and copy what they're doing. Just to give you an idea, this person was making more every single month than I was making in 6 months into a year. And because they're doing this, traveling around the world, running and operating their business, it was attractive to me, was able to get a hold of them and get their permission to model and copy them, okay, and was able to, in a period of less than 30 days, create a full-time income business from scratch, working part-time, which is not average, not typical results. Any number, any income, any result I share with you is not average or typical results in this video, because I decided not to be average or typical, and of course this person that I came across is not average or typical with their results either. But the cool part is we didn't have to take on that overhead of tens of thousands of dollars and take on that overhead that would not just cost a lot of money, but would give you a tremendous amount of workload where it's like you're working 10 different jobs in one. And I hope that makes sense, because you got to operate it, you got to maintain it, and it can cost a lot of time out of your day, okay, to do those types of things. So just figured I'd share that with you in addition to this video, so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did put together for you. And like I said, if you're looking at starting a business, mainly because you want to start a business to do what you want, when you want, create true leverage, flexibility, I would highly recommend, if you don't have the upfront investment of tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even if you do, to seriously consider learning the skills required to building a business on the internet, alright? And there's so much noise out there, I'd actually advise you, instead of trying to figure it out yourself, connect with someone who's building a business online who's willing to connect with you. And if this makes sense to you, and you're following me here, I can be that person for you. If you have that drive, if you're willing to learn some things, alright, if you're not afraid of some work, just like anything in business, you gotta put in work, you gotta learn some things. If you want to learn how to build a business on the internet, it's a short learning curve. If you can press play on some training videos, connect with me on my site, check it out. Don't be shy, it's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put the link in the description, and I appreciate you. I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Take care.